Hi, this is Heidi. I own the store TPT The Lesson Pony. This is the week before Halloween. Today's Tuesday. Halloween is on Sunday this week. This is an extremely simple lab, but it's a lab you don't see much of on the internet. When you go to the store, you see all these beautiful orange pumpkins ready for you to take home and carve. In New England, we have a very short growing season. Pumpkins grow like crazy, but not all of them ripen before Halloween. You have to get your pumpkins in before the first frost. If frost hits your pumpkin, what happens is it kind of destroys them. You can still use them, but they're it won't last as long as it does with the green. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you up to the pumpkin patch, and I'm going to show you a few pumpkins, and then I'm going to show you a very, very simple lab. So your students can see how do pumpkins turn orange. It's a northeastern outside today. It's why none of the lesson ponies, so I'll hunk it down. Northeast is a storm that comes from the northeast in New England. We're getting ready for winter. Thank you. Stay tuned. Here is a nice ripe orange pumpkin. The most important thing that you should see is not only the color, but the stem. The stem has turned a nice brown color. Here are some really nice big jack-o'-lanterns. As you can see, they are starting to turn orange. I removed the leaves last week in the hope that they would turn orange before Halloween. I don't think it's going to happen. So you can see half the pumpkin is orange and the other half is green. Here's another pumpkin that I wanted you to see. Notice it's not nice and round. It's still a little bit orange. I think that we can still get it to be orange by Halloween. What's important about this pumpkin is if you notice, it's not a perfect round. This is a pumpkin that we would feed to the livestock. We don't want to keep the seeds for next year. So this pumpkin here looks more like a watermelon or squash than a pumpkin. I was going to a lab with you on pumpkins. This is such a simple lab that if you decide not to do it, it's up to you. But I find my students learn a lot. Most students think the pumpkin's always orange. They're not. They start off green because of the chlorophyll that's in them. As the pumpkins mature, like the leaves, they turn orange. It's the cold nights and the shorter days is what causes this. So what you would do is, if you can get a pumpkin, you take it off the vine. Clean it off and put it on the windowsill. Have the pumpkin face the sun. If you have a totally green pumpkin, what you do is rotate it every day. I find that sometimes the simpler labs are the best. Your students are going to see how things actually change. As I said before, make sure you bring it in before the first frost. Put it on the windowsill and have students do observations. You would be amazed at how many of the kids do not know how many of these pumpkins turn green and then actually turn orange later on. Thank you for viewing. I will put some more notes below, and have a nice day and happy Halloween. Thank you again. See how this leaf has turned red and orange? It's the same principle that works with the pumpkins, turning a green pumpkin full of chlorophyll to orange.